welcome. I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helena, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And today I have a card to show you using this Flower of Friendship and bundle, which comes with a punch over here that's down at the bottom of my pile, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I've got the, and it's a pop-up easel card. Is that right? So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. I got a piece of Granny Apple green cardstock. It is 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Then I am going to take it and score on the halfway point, open it up, and score again. You know, voila. This is moving. I'll have to fix that. That's going to drive me batty. Alright, from there, I've got a piece of designer series paper from the Brights. It's a piece of Granny Apple to match the card. And I think, I always love this, that fleur-de-lis type thing. And so I will go ahead and use it. From there, I'll go ahead and attach, and then I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, because next what I want is a piece of basic white cardstock. Can't remember the dimensions, and I just cut this 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. Nope, by 4. 2 3/4 by 4. Okay. And so I want that lovely, lovely piece of item. And I need to mount the stamp. Okay. Like so. Then I'm going to take the big block. And if I need a block bigger than this one, I have to say I'm pulling out that Stamparatus just because it's easier for me to manage the Stamparatus than it is to manage the ginormous block that I've got. I'm just going to put that one out there. Alright, so I am inking this up in Granny Apple Green. And yes, I do not want green flowers, but we will take care of that here in a minute. So we'll go ahead and stamp in Granny Apple Green, like that. Get out my Stampin' Scrub, clean this off. Because, oops. I don't want that either. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set that aside for a second. I'm just going to get a piece of cardstock, scrap paper, and I'm going to ink up just the flower portion in Melon Mambo. I mean, what's better than Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo together? And I am going to stamp them on a small piece of Melon Mambo scrap, like so. And you know what? I better. I've got piles moving everywhere here. They don't seem to be shrinking. I better clean that off now. I think my sponge is a little dry, so I'm having problems. Put that there. Put that up there. All right. Put that aside. And I am going to take these flowers that I stamped and cut them out. And I'm just going to give them a quick fussy cut. Sorry, I should have pre-done this prior to making the film. Alright, 1 done, 2 to go. And here comes the third. The other thing you can do is you can use your the markers. And so I could have marked up just the stems in pink, or sorry, in Granny Apple Green, and then the floral portion in Melon Mambo with the markers to give me a two-toned look. But I want a solid flower. There we go, like so. Okay, so now I can take those. Let me move some of this space because I don't feel like I have enough. Okay, so I can take these flowers and I can glue them on, and I will. But what I am going to do is I'm going to grab my Stampin' Blends, Granny Apple Greens, and I'm going to color my leaves. So this is my dark. And I'm going to give those a little bit of darkness, and then I'm going to get out my lights. Come in and color those. Like so. We'll get some voila. And right through here. Now I can attach each of these on to the flower. Like so. And then, so this was 4 by, see, I can't even remember, 2.5, 2 3/4. So this was 4 2 3/4. Then my layer of Melon Mambo is 3 by 4 1/4. And then my Granny Apple Green would be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Like so. Then I'm only going to put glue on like the bottom third of this. So this is, you know, something to be careful about. Okay, and I can just adhere that like so. Okay, because if you put more than halfway or a third up, and I say third because you are pushing this somewhere else, and if you do put that more than that, it'll stick down and then it's not going to do its pop-up easel portion, which is kind of important, I think. All right, so I'm going to want to get my kind of easel portion going, and what I'm going to do is punch out the larger flower from this, because I'm going to use it to help pop up my easel. And I'm going to bend each of those. Actually, instead of just bending, I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to curl them. Very cool. So it gives them some texture. And this is a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to add those little flowers down there. So let me get those out. Like that. Get out my little block and Melon Mambo. Some little flowers down here. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to want is probably a phrase up here. And I'm thinking about the phrase I want to use. I'm looking at my pile. My pile. What do I've got? Alright, sorry, had to grab this, and I'm going to use Happy Birthday to You. And this comes from the set called Best Year Yet. And I'm going to put it up here, and you won't see it unless you open up the whole card. Okay, but you won't see it on display. Gosh, that was terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Who taught me how to stamp? We'll have to turn that over. Oh, that's better. All right. Set those up. Let's finish this card. Okay, and all I need to do is put a bit of glue on, open inside here, and then my beautiful little curled flower. I'm going to put it right there, right in the center. And so it will hold up my card. But to finish that off, I'm gonna grab a pearl. You need a little something in the middle. You might take a pick tool. Just right there, because it needs a center. You can't have flowers without centers. So there you go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked any of these items I demonstrated for you today, I have a shopping list provided below, and you can click my online store to purchase all of these items. In addition to that, you can also check out my website, bigskycards.com, where you could find this beautiful card as a card kit. And all you need is glue and in this instance, scissors. Because everything would come to you stamped. Oh, you might have to color. That's the other thing. You might have to color, so you might need markers. But everything would come to you stamped, punched, dyed, cut, kind of thing. And all you have to do really is assemble and color. And to be honest, you don't have to have the exact markers I have. You can probably find a green that would work, or a colored pencil green that would work. So, yes. If you have any questions, you can provide those below in the comment section. Also, thumbs up help tremendously, and it helps me bring more videos and knows what you guys like viewing. As well as you can email me at bigskycardsnicole@gmail.com. That there is also provided below. Along with below the shopping list is the dimensions of everything on this card if I omitted anything. So thank you so much for watching. Happy card making. Bye.